So today I'm going to talk about Axon Guidance. Okay, so we've got a bunch of proteins that are involved in Axon Guidance and are pretty much guidance markers. So over here we have SLIT. SLIT is a repulsive protein produced at the midline, demonstrated by these red triangles. Then we have ROBO, the receptor for SLIT. And there's three different kinds. There's ROBO1, ROBO2, ROBO3. ROBO2 is the most repulsive out of all of them. And then we have commissureless, which is a protein that downregulates ROBO. And then we have netrin, which is an attractive protein produced at the midline, the little green circles. And then we have DCC, which senses netrin. So the way this works is, so the axons are pretty much trying to get to the midline, because the midline tells you where you are in the body, because the axon doesn't know where it is. Obviously, it's like, I need to get there, so it tells me like where to go, what to do. So starts off by, I'm right here. So it starts off, it's attracted by netrin getting closer to the midline, and it's sensing that by the DCC. So this is what's going on right here. So right now, ROBO isn't a thing. It's not sensing SLIT. So it's just slowly trying to get its way to the axon. It's not being repulsed by anything yet. And then here, when it gets to the midline, there's a delay, and then SLIT silences the netrin attraction. So it's no longer attracted to the netrin. And so it's only repulsed by the SLIT. And so it's repelled by the SLIT, insensitive to netrin. So it goes through the midline, and then it gets out of here, and it's just like, I gotta go. So it's not being pulled back into the midline. So that's shown by over here. All you have is SLIT. So now that we know that, we can look at these mutations in ROBO, SLIT, and commissureless, and pretty much find out what's expressed in each image. So this is the wild type, and this is the nerve cord in Drosophila. So wild type here, we have this is the midline, SLIT, produced at the midline. And so let's look at each of these pictures. So right here, we have the axons are not even making it to the midline. So what could that be? So if there's so much repulsion at the midline, then it's commissureless, because there's a mutation in the commissureless. Because remember, commissureless downregulates ROBO. So if ROBO isn't being downregulated, then there's a lot of reception for the SLIT protein. So there's a lot of repulsion. So that's what's happening there. And then over here, we see these little circle-looking figures. And then what could that be? So that actually could be a mutation for ROBO, which ROBO is actually for a roundabout. So over here, ROBO usually is the receptor for SLIT. So if there's a mutation in it, it's not really sensing that repulsion. So like SLIT is there, but it's not sensing it, so it doesn't know exactly to go away from the midline. So it kind of just goes in circles. Oh, oopsies. You didn't see that. So over here, we have all of it's at the midline. There's no kind of repulsion at the midline. So there we have an issue with probably SLIT, because SLIT is what's telling the neuron to go away from the midline. So without that, so it's a SLIT mutation. Okay, that's it.